do it in a minute. Do I have to? I'm tired. Can I do it tomorrow? My friends don't have to. Why do I? How many of us parents have heard these statements before from our kids? Far too often, and it seems to not be getting any better. Growing up, I was expected to do chores daily to help out around the house. Many times I didn't want to, which what kid wants to? But I knew it had to be done, and there was no point in arguing with my parents. A survey from the Braun Research said that out of 1,001 U.S. adults, 82% reported having regular chores growing up. Out of those 82%, only 28% recorded that they have their own children doing chores. I believe that kids need to start doing chores at a young age in order to learn how to be responsible. With those arguments we get from griping kids, is it all worth it? It can become difficult and tiring each day because we feel like all we do is nag and remind them to do their chores. Sometimes it even gets to where we just do it ourselves because the struggle isn't worth the battle. If we keep doing the chores ourselves, then it teaches the kids that they can get away with it every time. In an article from the Center for Parenting Education, it says that parents may have fear of damaging their children and their relationship with their child. They may feel guilty for asking for help when the child may have other activities that seem important. Also, some parents believe their children are too young for chores and to take on that kind of responsibility. With all those being valid concerns, it's important to think of the benefits of having children to be responsible for chores starting at a young age. Marty Rossman, a professor at University of Minnesota, researched and stated in the Wall Street Journal that those children who do have a set of chores have a higher self-esteem, are more responsible, and are better able to deal with frustration and delayed gratification, all of which contribute to greater success in school. It can also help build lasting sense of mastery and self-reliance. Think about this. You have a 5-year-old who goes to school for the first time, and they don't know how to zip up their coat. Or at the age of 13, they can't make a simple meal for themselves. By the time they're 17, they can't even use the washer to do their laundry. Children need to learn how to be self-reliant, so when they are out of the house and on their own, they can know how to do these kind of daily functions. A way to do their chores is to motivate them. Make a chore chart with fun stickers, to take them to ice cream at the end of the month if all chores have been completed. Allowances are always an option, but they recommend not to provide allowance until they are older and understand the idea of responsibility. This simply is up to your discretion, though. I personally will give my child a little bit of allowance for completing her chores for the week. It doesn't mean that it's bad. It's simply up to the parent. As parents, we are looked at as role models, and so it's important to not complain about doing chores ourselves. Show them that we appreciate them helping around the house, and this will motivate them to want to help more. In Barbara Colosso's book, Kids Are Worth It, she says, if parents do chores with a sense of commitment, patience, and humor, our children will have a model to do likewise. The Washington Times in July of 2015 wrote an article saying after collecting data for 25 years, starting in 1967, to predict the success a child would have as an adult if they started chores around age 4. It was determined that when a child contributes to the family with chores, it gives them a sense of empathy as adults. It also stated that those who had done chores as young children were more likely to be well-adjusted, have better relationships with friends and family, and be more successful in their careers. Some ideas for chores per age group. Here are some examples. Age 4 to 5, they can simply make their bed, bring in the mail, set the table, clear the table. One that I did when I was about that age was I unloaded the utensils out of the dishwasher. By the age 6 to 7, they can sort laundry, sweep floors, they can keep their bathroom clean. Age 8 to 9, load the dishwasher, vacuum, help with food prep such as dinner, snacks, lunches. They can also take a pet for a walk if they have one. Age 10 and up is they can do their own laundry. They can fold it, put it away, they can clean their bathroom, and some can even watch other siblings. It's okay to start small and move up from there, depending on their age. There's no need to have a 4 or 5-year-old cleaning the bathroom. From a WebD article by Annie Stewart, she says, have a family plan for everyday household tasks and you'll teach your children great life lessons. Keep in mind that you shouldn't expect them to be perfect. Just because it might not be up to your standards doesn't mean there was no effort in completing the task itself. Don't just give in and do it yourself so it gets done the way you want it to be. Make sure to give them praise not only when the chore is done, but during the chore. This will help keep them going and feel good about helping. So please, don't delay in having your children start chores at a young age. Just think about their future itself and how you will be helping them succeed. So in the end, when your kids are asked to do chores, just tell them, "You'll thank me later."